Hey everybody, I'm super excited to make today's video because as an aspiring or a new YouTuber yourself, you might be wondering, what does it really feel like and look like in your first month? So if you're new or if you're returning, I'm super excited that you're here. I'm Margie, and let's dive into the good stuff, shall we? Love you, cheers. So I think making these kinds of videos is super important, especially as new YouTubers, so that we can share with others what the reality is. And my reality might not be your reality, but it gives you kind of an idea of how things really look in your first month, especially important if you don't feel like you are where you want to be or where you think that you should be in your YouTube channel. But I think that the sharing part and pulling back the curtain on this information is really important and can be really encouraging for one another because we're all on the same journey. Let me answer the first question is, how is it actually going? Well, in my first month of YouTube, I can say that I went in logically knowing that things take time, that it's going to be slow and steady wins the race, but how it felt was a whole different story. And I will be very honest and say with you that I have had days where I felt completely discouraged and not wanting to make another video because you know that self-talk, nobody's gonna watch and it's stupid, it will never work. But those are moments in the bigger picture, and so I just get through them and I continue on. And yesterday was even one of those days. So if you have those moments, I think it's completely normal that even though logically we know it's gonna take time, we can be disappointed in our numbers. Honestly, I do feel like I'm behind where I wanted to be and where I thought that I would be, but I know that if I give up, it will never happen, and if I continue on, I really believe in my heart that it will. But the key is the persistence, but also every week trying to learn something from the video, trying to learn something that I can improve to make each week better and better for you and to get in front of more people. But I want you to understand like how it looks and how it feels. So I'm going to share my screen with you and walk you through the basic numbers of the back end of my YouTube channel. And yes, I really am disappointed, but I will say I think I see a glimmer of hope in something that I adjusted on my last video. So I'm going to show you that too. So it is actually 1 month today since I uploaded my very first YouTube video. Woohoo! And so I'm just going to switch the view to the last 90 days so we can see the full numbers. So views 194, watch time is 5 hours, and I have 6 subscribers. So if you're one of my 6 subscribers, thank you so much. So I'm really thankful for these numbers. However, I did really think that I would do better than this. The videos would do better than this. But let's take a look at the videos, the ones that I uploaded, and I'm going to tell you about that one adjustment that I made that I think made a real improvement. However, I want to tell you something that I have been battling occasionally during this journey, and that is comparison. And I just want to remind us all, talk to myself too, you know, we definitely have to be careful not to compare ourselves to other people, other YouTubers who have way more subscribers than us, because truthfully, we all start at the exact same place. They did too. It's at the beginning with that first view, the first hour of watch time, and the first subscribers. So it's really important that we keep in mind as we do this, as we grow, that we don't be too hard on ourselves, but just remember everybody starts in the same place and we're going to get there too. So now these are all of the videos that I had uploaded, but here's the adjustment that I made. This video that's in place number 2, I actually just uploaded that 6 days ago, but it's in second place for views. It kind of got stalled at around 30 some, and I wanted to see if testing something out would make a difference. So what I did, let me zoom in here. What I did is I changed the thumbnail. And that's the only change I made, and I wanted to see if it would make a difference. So I took away the text and I made it only one photo, and that was it. I was gonna leave it and see what happened. And actually my views started to pick up. So I thought that's really cool. I'm gonna try it again. And so I think when we test out different things just to see if it works, when we find what works, we just keep doing that. So that is the back end of my YouTube studio. I am really excited to see in 1 year's time when I look back how these numbers have changed, because your girl's got some plans. So what have I learned so far? Well, I've learned some really practical things that I can actually apply as I go to make things better each time I make a video. So the first thing is, because I have an iPhone, sometimes accidentally I record on cinematic. So that's number one, to make sure it's just on plain video, not cinematic, because when I go to upload to my Mac, it's older and it will not accept cinematic for whatever reason. So I almost lost a lot of work because of that. So checking your settings like that, and actually even just filming a little test video to make sure that the lighting is good, the sound is good, and you're where you want to be in the frame. Those are really key things, because you don't want to spend 20 minutes talking to the camera and then suddenly, it can be a pain. So the next thing is, I want to understand my analytics a lot better, because honestly, there's so much information in there. Now, when you're just starting out like me, there's not a lot of data to gather certain things that will be really beneficial. But knowing your analytics is super key. Even now, I can see where people are most interested and least interested. Even though I don't quite know what to do with that information, I know it's there, and I'm trying to learn more every single week about how to interpret that information, and also what changes I can make in my upcoming videos to improve those numbers. Another thing that I've learned is to take photos for your thumbnail, not to capture it and do screen captures, but actually think out what you want your thumbnail to look like and take a bunch of pictures before or even after. But screen captures are not good, because let me tell you, do you know how hard it is to get a good screen capture where you're not making a weird face or moving all over the place? It is not that easy. So taking photos for your thumbnails is a really, really good idea. And it's always better, I think, to do them first. That way you don't forget, because I always forget. Another thing I learned is to research the topics for my titles. When I was going to film this video, what I did is I used this specific tool. It's free for 2 searches a day, and I'll link it below. But I use this specific tool that helps me understand how should I phrase the title in a way that people are already searching for. And that's how I came up with the title for this video. So it really does help you to be found better. And so that's something I'm paying a whole lot more attention to. When I know my topic, I need to know, how do I say in words the title in ways that people are already searching for, because that's really important. So the next thing I'm working on is finding my style, because you want to find a style that you're really comfortable with, whether it's just doing strictly talking to the camera like this, or a combination of talking to the camera and using B-roll or cinematic video creatively. And what I enjoy is telling more of a story in my videos. So you'll see lots of B-roll, me out and about or doing stuff in the house, and also talking to you guys at the same time. One thing I think that I'm learning from looking at my analytics and when people kind of drop off is, I think that I need to talk to the camera more in the beginning. So I've been watching a lot of the YouTubers that I really like, and that's what they do. So I'm going to start incorporating that, and I can let you know how that works out, if it improves things, because I think it might actually help to increase my watch time. And if you want to get monetized by YouTube at any point, watch time is going to be really crucial in your first year. And something to keep in mind as we're doing our YouTube channels is, our channels aren't just about us. I mean, yeah, we share parts of our life or knowledge that we have, but it's about the people that we really want to get in front of and help or encourage in the way that we do that. So we always have to find that sweet spot in the middle between sharing what's going on with us, but in ways that can be really helpful and encouraging to the people that are watching. So when we start our YouTube channels, I think it's really important that we start with goals, but that we always improve our goals, because things can change. And so I thought I'd share mine with you in case you have some that are similar, because you probably do have some. My first goal is I want to play the long game. I know that this isn't something that I just want to do to see how it works out. This is something I love doing, I wanted to do for a long time, and I am called to do by God. So it's really important to me, and I love it. So this is something I want to do for the long game, which means that I have a longer vision for what I'm doing and more commitment to it, because it's truly something I'm passionate about. The next goal that I have for the channel is to really create a community and a connection here, because that's so important. I know back in the day when I was going through a time where I felt really lonely, I watched some vloggers and I honestly didn't feel so alone. Like, I felt I don't know, it just made me feel better. And so having that feeling of connection and community, that's really something that's very, very important to me to create here too. Maybe that's something that you're trying to do on your channel. And I think that the channels that succeed have that as one of their goals. I mean, that's why we're here, right? It's to make that real connection with the people that are watching. So my next goal is to grow my channel so I can get in front of the people that really enjoy my content, because I want to be in front of them to help them, to encourage them, and just to be of some kind of value in their life. I want to create the kind of content that people just really can't wait to watch. They enjoy it so much. They want to watch it first thing in the morning, or maybe before they go to bed at night, or just when they need a little pick-me-up. That's what I am aiming for. And the final thing is, I'm not waiting to get monetized by ad revenue on YouTube. I have 10 paths of monetization I've already written out, and they will happen when I have more subscribers. I'm really excited that I'm not just waiting for ad revenue down the road. That's going to be a piece of things, but I have learned in this life, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I want to have multiple streams of income. So I'm really excited about that. And that is one of my big goals for the long game. So if I can sum things up for you and encourage you on your YouTube journey, it's just get out there and do it. Stop dreaming about it, just do it. Embrace every video or every piece of data that you get, not as a setback or a failure, but as a chance to learn and always improve. Strive to improve your content so that the people that want to see you can actually find you, because I don't know, I think this is one of the most rewarding things I've ever done, and I have like 6 subscribers right now. But anyway, I hope that you've really enjoyed this, and I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you an aspiring YouTuber or new? What was helpful? Did I share anything that was helpful to you? And if you have any questions about what I've talked about here, just leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you about that, because I'm here to help. So anyway, fellow YouTuber or aspiring YouTuber, we will see you on the next video. Ciao.